recording option, and I'm
Okay.
recording it.
So should I also record it, or you would send a link later?
Yes, you can also record it. Not an issue. I will also record it and I will send it to you.
Okay.
I'll just take your email ID. Just a second. I'll bring you my. This is my email.
Okay.
This is my WhatsApp. Have you got it?
Yes, I got it.
Okay. So you can send me a test mail, and I will send you the docs after the session, right?
Yeah.
So I'll just repeat it once again. Once this implementation part is decided and the company has procured the license, right? So project manager will send request to SAP. Now SAP will assign implementation partners to this company XYZ, right? Now, so this
Mm.
implementation partners can be any company who would be dealing. That company will be an SAP business partner. So they can be like companies TCS, or it can be any company. These days, many SMB companies are also dealing in this. Your name is Komal, right?
Welcome.
Okay. So after this implementation is done, right? Once the request is being started and the request is being shared and things are IDs are created, like the provisioning ID is created and the instance access ID is being created. Then what happens is company starts with setting up the data models. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
This is the first screen which will be for provisioning, right?
Okay.
Wherein the company will start with SuccessFactors Business Execution Suite. So this will be the first time login I am saying.
Mm-hmm.
Now after this, what happens is company will get an option for company settings, right? Under the company settings, there are three, four, five options, wherein for the fourth option, if you look at, that is activating a single sign-on.
Mm.
You will
Okay.
get
Right.
you will get a lot of job opportunities for activating single sign-on only. If you see
Okay.
the cloud market these days, so
Mm-hmm.
in this single sign-on settings also there are a lot of opportunities coming up. In this single sign-on is what basically, suppose if we are looking at login into LinkedIn, you use Gmail, right, to log in.
Mm-hmm.
In Facebook also it is like we are logging in with Gmail. So similar to that, this is like creating a second layer of security, so that if the user is authenticated with another credential also. So in case if you are logging in with Facebook, that user will
Mm.
get authorized with Gmail. So in case if there is an issue, Facebook can connect with Gmail and find out that what is this user all about, right?
Right.
That is
Right.
also happening with single sign-on in SuccessFactors. So depends
So
upon
in
the company.
my previous company, Anuj, so we were using Okta
Mhm.
single sign-on. So I think all our corporate applications were also getting integrated through that. So it is completely different, right? It is like SAP has its own single sign-on option, correct?
Yes, yes,
It-
yes.
Or does it mean that, okay, whatever single sign-on already the company is using, we can also integrate with them? How does it work?
Suppose if the company is already using a single sign-on tool for
Hmm.
the cloud accesses, it depends. It is always scenario depends. Suppose if the company is having single sign-on or it is not in cloud at all, then they will use SAP SSO, right?
Okay.
But if the company
Right.
is not having this access to company is already using an SSO, then they can integrate that SSO to SuccessFactors. Okay,
Okay. Okay.
so
So
either way
that
it will
means
work.
this solution is completely independent. So even if a company doesn't have already something in place for SSO,
Mhm.
SAP has a solution to do that, right? That's what you're saying. Own
Yes, yes,
solution.
yes, 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 yes.
Okay. Okay.
So generally, I will let you with the service center details tomorrow,
Hmm.
and I will also share you the success factors implementation and the employee central payroll book within this week. Okay, so it will be a very hands-on, detailed information. This is the only book available. Okay, that's written by Luke Marsons for Employee Central. So I will share it
Okay.
to you within this week. So maybe by tomorrow or day after max, or by Friday, I will share it to you.
Okay.
What happens good is even if you don't look at this, okay, it's okay. But in case suppose if we are writing all the notes together, but sometimes
Hmm.
it might happen, right, that we are forgetting anything or we have misplaced anything. So you can always check the authenticity there on that book, right? So in this scenario, what happens is, so either way company can start with the single sign-on settings, right? Or they can start with the company settings. Okay. So if the
Hmm.
company looks for company settings, then they will start uploading the data models. Okay.
Okay.
So it will come with succession management. So in case if the company is looking for single sign-on, then they will start working on single sign-on settings, right? If this
Okay.
company is not looking for single sign-on settings because they might be using already a single sign-on which is
Hmm.
already a part of their organization, then they will look for company settings. Under the company settings, they need to look at the import export data models, then importing the country specific XML data models. So we will look at the data models in deep now, maybe probably from tomorrow, right?
Okay.
Because first day I don't want to give it all details together, so it might be a little confusing, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So this part is over now. Once company is implementing the data models, right, the second option, the second screen looks like this. So they get two options to import the data models, either by XML format, okay, or by a CSV format, that is an Excel format, okay.
Okay.
So they get two options here to upload the data. First is first option is by XML files. Second is by CSV format from Excel, right?
Okay.
This part now, this is totally, this will all happen through provisioning.
So the provisioning is also part of consultants, right? Or it
Yeah,
will be
yeah.
like some super user and admin, like a senior resource will be doing it, right, for the first time.
Yes, yes. So it depends upon like what is the kind of project and what are the responsibilities you have been assigned. In
Mm-hmm.
case if you are already certified consultant in Employee Central, okay, sometimes
Mm-hmm.
company will independently give it to you to do everything,
Okay.
or
Okay.
or it can be a scenario wherein you are hired in a position wherein companies already started with the implementation, right? And you need to
Mm-hmm.
look at the details of other configurations like managing the hiring or managing the termination or managing other things. So in that scenario, you might not access the provisioning, right? So provisioning is what? Provisioning access is generally known as a backend access, okay? And instance access is the front end system, okay,
Right.
which we will be using in our training.
Mm-hmm.
So in this provisioning, it can be either accessed by the SAP consultants, right, or like who are registered consultants, like the certified consultants, sorry. And the instance will be accessed by both SAP certified consultants
And
plus,
users.
yes, and the end users as well.
Got it.
Now here the difference is in instance this part is over, okay, this part is implementation part is over. Now you don't need to look at much in provisioning, only and only if you are looking to import and export data models again, or if you want to check any other imports, data imports, then only you will be accessing provisioning, right? I'll
Okay.
repeat it once again. Suppose you are looking at the success factors implementation afresh from today, okay?
Okay.
So your company has procured the license already, right? Now you are the
Mm-hmm.
project manager. So
Right.
you have sent this detail to the hcmcloudops.successfactors.com, right? They have
Mm-hmm.
shared you the login IDs. So you will come here to the provisioning system and you will type in your user credentials and password and login. Now
Okay.
once you are logged in with SuccessFactors provisioning system, the second option which you will get is to either you can look for the single sign-on settings, right? Or
Mm-hmm.
either you can come to company settings, depends upon your requirement. If you see on
Okay.
top, there are some solutions on just below the companies. You will see the details like company details, new company, clone company, reports, operations, maintenance, SMB, manage provisions, success factor store, right? Upgrade center, lecture, configuration, search index, instance sync, media content.
Yeah.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So there's 12 options on top. These options you will not need to do it at all, but you need to remember what happens in interviews is why do we use provisioning access? Okay, so you need to tell
Mm-hmm.
them that we use it for operations maintenance, or it can be for reports, or in case we need to upgrade our current success factors system to success factors, we need to purchase or procure any details or integration content from success factor store, right? Or in case we need to upgrade any media content, so we will access provisioning for that. Or if we are activating the single sign on, or we are importing the data models, right? Then
Right.
below you will see here we can also get the option to, on the service center setting, we get the option to create a secure token service. Secure token service, you might be knowing already, that is like, suppose you are working in any organization, you might be getting a RSA login token, right, with your
Mm.
ID card,
Right, right.
wherein the passwords getting changed.
Right, like a dual and like on the fly OTP types.
Yes, yes, yes. So it is
Mm.
like, it generally it is not being used anymore, but sometimes some companies still look at these options. So it will always be scenario specific.
Okay.
Okay. So just remember the screen. The
So,
screen is important.
Anuj, would you be taking me through the detailed steps on how to activate SSO and how to import, export the data? We would go through the detailed steps.
Yes, 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 yes. I
Okay.
will look at the implementation step. I'm just giving you the overview today. Like for
Yeah, yeah.
provisioning screen, if this is the provisioning screen, once you are logged in, okay,
Mm.
on top under the companies, you will get these all details. So which you need to remember. So in
Okay.
case if in the interview, because we are not sure what can happen, what they can ask in the interview, right?
Right, right. I got it.
And what they can ask in other options.
Mm-hmm.
So in that scenario, we will need to look at it. So that is why we need to remember that what is the company details, what is the new company details, what is the clone company, what is the reports or the operation maintenance. Okay, these are all things we need to look at.
Yeah.
So if we are in the edit company settings options, we'll come to single sign on, right? SSO
Uh-huh.
settings, and on top we get an option to look at the company settings also. Now we can edit the home page content. Home page is what, I'll just show you. Okay, I will have to check because the access is not working. Okay, so probably we'll look at it tomorrow, all right? Because
Okay.
today I'm logging in and the access is not working.
Okay.
Just a second, I will just recheck. No, no, it's working, it's working. Might be there's some server issue. So in this, if you see, under the edit company settings, you are again I'm repeating. Sorry. So in the edit company settings, the first option is company settings. Second is edit homepage. Then third is pick a company UI scheme. So basically, whatever settings you need to set up for your admin center, right? These all
Mm-hmm.
settings you will be doing from provisioning. Okay.
Okay.
So it can be either like you are setting up company details, you can setting up the home page contents. Okay. So this is the home page. Success Factors home page. If you look at, this is the home page.
Right. So are the URLs different, Anuj, for this accessing the admin center and accessing the provision? To both the instances are different.
Yes, yes. URLs will be, there will be a link shared by you from SAP. That is
Okay.
by the name of deep links. Okay,
Okay.
so they will
So
share all
whatever
the
we do,
details.
so whatever we do in the provisioning instance, the changes will be reflected here.
Yeah, 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 absolutely.
How do they get connected? How the changes are getting passed over to this instance if they are different?
Now, what happens is if the person is already accessing provisioning, okay,
Mm-hmm.
once they have uploaded the company settings and they have edited the home page content and picking the settings, now there will be another step involved in here wherein the company will send an request for instance, okay, to SAP.
Okay. Okay.
Once this is done, SAP will share a link and username and password for instance now.
Okay. Okay.
And with this link, both the links will be connected with the same company's ID. Okay. So this
Okay.
provisioning access which you will be accessing, that will be only for your company ID, and that instance
Okay.
link that will be given to SAP
Mm.
from SAP to the company, that will also be done through your um, company details only. Okay, depends upon your license procurement.
Okay.
So
Okay.
both the things are connected from SAP. So servers are managed by SAP only. So the company don't have to get worried about it. In case if there is any updates also happening, so that will also be happening from SAP side.
Okay.
Right.
Okay. Got it. Yeah.
Rest is once these settings are taken place by the company. So in case if the company is wants to do the company setting in first, or they want to edit the home page settings for the success factors, okay, so depends upon their requirement, they will work on it, right? Now let's look
Okay.
at the success factors implementation steps. These are the implementation steps, right? So first is provisioning a system account, so we will need to log into provisioning system, right?
Mm-hmm.
You don't need to write it right now. I will share it to you because I have the details for the. I will share you the book within 1 or 2 days. Okay, it's
Okay.
there.
Yeah.
It's mentioned in the setup checklist. Okay, if you see the same details I have put in that. Okay, these are the same details I have put in from the book only. So let me just compile the book in full. I will share it to you. Okay. So these are the implementation steps which are happening in Employee Central after you get the SuccessFactors license and login details. First is provisioning system account, right? So we log into provisioning system. Second is the super administrator, so admin user creation through provisioning system, right? Third is this part is once this part is done, then second part comes in place wherein we start creating the admin users. Okay, so
Okay.
this provisioning system is done, then the company administrator or the project manager will send a request to SAP stating that we need access to instance. Okay,
Mm-hmm. Hmm.
so once this instance access is being set up, they will get an access like this. Okay, and this is the first page of home page, you can say. So this home page configuration will also be dealt from provisioning. Okay,
Thank you.
but we have a tool to deal this home page sections from instance also.
Okay.
Getting my point? Now
We
under
can do it
this,
from here also. You are saying.
yes, these home page configurations can also be done from instance as well.
Mm-hmm.
So slowly and
Okay.
gradually within around 2 to 3 years time, success
Hmm.
factors will stop the provisioning. So it will all
Okay.
happening through instance.
Okay.
Now it is not, it is happening with the two systems. One is with provisioning, another one with instance. But slowly and
Hmm.
gradually it will stop.
Mm-hmm. Usually, Anush, the provisioning setup, whatever it is done, let's say like home page designing and data load and everything, how long does it take for a medium-sized company?
Within a week it happens.
Okay.
Generally 24 to 48 hours is the turnaround time for SAP to uh, reply to them, right?
Okay.
So within a week
Okay.
this all things happen, the importing data models and starting the instance system. Within a week it happens, it is configured.
Okay.
So once the company comes to the admin center, okay, here also you get an option to manage your home page. If you type on the tool search manage home page, right, you get the option to manage the home page. Getting my point?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Sorry, please don't mind about today because today is the first day, so I was also not prepared that about the timings. So within 1 or 2 days, it will be more structured, right?
Okay. Okay. No problem. That's fine. Yeah.
And I will see to start from an hour before every day. So need to
Okay.
coordinate a bit. Okay, I will do it.
Okay. No problem. Sure.
So what you were discussing? Sorry, I forgot.
You were just saying that homepage could also be designed from this instance.
Yes, yes, yes. So once you have decided that whether you will look at the homepage the structuring from instance or the provisioning, both ways we can do. Okay. Now let's look at the implementation steps. So once the provisioning access login is done, okay, and you have imported the data models, you will start creating a super administrator or an admin user creation through provisioning. Okay, depends
Mm.
upon it, it again depends upon the scenario specific. So some companies do it from provisioning, some companies directly start it from admin center. Okay, here on the admin center page below you will see an option manage employees. Under this you will get go to set user permissions, right?
Right.
Here also you can create roles. You are getting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
Mm-hmm.
seven options are there. So under this you can click on manage permission role, right? So if you want to create a new admin role here, you can create an admin role here, right?
Okay.
So you can select the name of the role, right? You can select the description. Suppose if we are creating a, but we will not look at it in more detail now because I'm just looking at the implementation steps. Okay,
Yeah.
we'll look at it again. So I'm just telling you the process. Suppose in case if you are creating an admin user today, it's very easy. So you will type in here admin user, right? Here
Mm-hmm.
if you look at the second option, that is specify what permissions user in this role should have. Okay, so you can click on it, and below are the user permissions. It is calibration, goals, performance, career development planning, continuous performance, user permissions, succession planners, learning, right? These all
Mm-hmm.
details. So
Okay.
any permissions which you would like to give to this new user, you can give it assign here now, right?
Okay. So, which is the admin, if it has to be a system administrator, like
Yes,
somebody
yes,
who has
yes.
all the accesses, which one would that be?
Yeah, yeah, this is the one. So in case it can be a system administrator, so you want to give this user all the permissions, or
Mm-hmm.
depends upon the scenario. Suppose this person will only be dealing with uh, uh, configurations related to employees. Okay, so you can
Mm-hmm.
select here. Okay, you can lock or unlock the permissions here. Okay, we'll look at it in more detail because we haven't covered the role-based permissions as a topic. Okay, I will cover it. I'm just giving you the overview now. Now, once you give the permission, you decided the permission settings. Okay. Third is you will grant this role to a person because you have created the permissions now, right? So you need to grant
Mm-hmm.
this role also. So on right, you will get it can be either manager or matrix manager, HR manager, second manager, education representative, right? Learning administrator, calibration, or it can be anything, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or it can be employee, everyone, employee. So in case if you have selected the managers option here, okay, so you can now restrict here also. So it can be all managers or only the managers in this group. Okay, so it can be anything.
Okay.
Just give me 1 minute. In India, what happens is in mornings you start getting unnecessary calls from Vodafone, Airtel, and all. So grant role to managers, or either you can, if you want to give roles to HR managers or learning administrator or host managers or whatever it is, you can do it. Okay, depends upon your requirement, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, don't look at it in much detail, okay, because we will cover this part. We'll just
Okay.
cover the implementation process now. But understand that this is the process we can do, right?
Right.
Third step is we load and configure the corporate data model from succession management in provisioning desktop XML. Right. Fourth
Okay.
is we will load the succession data model. Give me 1 minute. This is the configuring corporate data model that you will do it from provisioning. Okay. The
Okay.
third step. Fourth is loading the succession data model. So there's a bit difference here. Now, corporate data model will be what? The name itself, it is representing that corporate data model, which means we are dealing with the data models which will be based for company, right?
Mm-hmm. Do you mean like I said, the top level organization, then the departments,
Yes, yes,
divisions?
yes.
Okay.
Fourth is succession data model, which will be all related to company. Okay.
I'm
Sorry,
not
which will be all related to employees.
okay.
Succession is what? It is all related to employees, right?
Right. Right.
Fifth is,
Succession is usually,
sorry.
I don't know. I don't know if it means a little different here in SAP, but usually succession is right. Like when we have a position, we do a succession planning. Who would be the next? Who could be the best possible candidate next if the person leaves?
Yeah, yeah,
That's what we.
that is the same thing here also. Like it will be relating to all employee details, employee data, right? It will be related to all employee details, employee changes happening, right? In case if you need to look at the employee positionings, right? So all these
So
things, learning administration, all these things will come under succession data model only.
so are you suggesting we do it in provisioning instance? I mean in the what do we call provision application, not the real instance?
Yeah, we can do both. We can do it in provisioning also, we can do it in the instance also.
And is it like a one time act? It's like a one time activities, right? Like when the first implementing, it will be like done for the first time and then probably like done manually, or how is it, Anuj?
Yes, probably after that, in case if you want to make any changes, you can do it manually.
Okay, so it is like that, like I don't know, we usually call like a data conversion or data migration. Like first time when we are making the instance ready, we kind of
Mhm.
migrate the data from the old legacy system to the new system. Is this something similar?
Yeah, yeah, it is similar. It is similar.
Okay.
There's not much change in it. It's similar to that. Fifth is country-specific corporate data model. That is like the data models which are which will be related to country. Okay. So these are basically what these are the implementation steps given by SAP. Okay. So it depends upon you if you want to use these implementation steps which is given by SAP, or you can use whatever way. So it can be like the 1 to 9. These steps are important, right?
Yeah.
These steps you will have to do. Now 10 to 14, it depends upon the scenario. Right. So either you can come with 14th step on 10th or 11th step on 12th, can work. Okay.
Okay. But would it not take time to prepare those data model? Who will do that? I mean, I would expect the user would provide the data models, right?
Yeah, yeah. The company where the implementation is happening, they will provide you the data. Okay.
And okay.
You will
But if
not,
it is a
how will you create a data for that company?
yeah, that's right. But will they be able to do it so fast? I'm wondering. I mean, you said it will take a week of time. So will they be able to provide all the data within a week of time?
Generally related to corporate data model, it is being given to them
Okay.
in a short span of time. But again, see, it will always be scenario specific, right? So for
Hmm.
employer central implementation, if you look at for implementation only, it takes around 9 months sometimes, 9 to 10
Correct.
months to implement the entire employee central in a company, right? If it is a full
Right.
cloud happening, okay. Now, if it is an
Hmm.
hybrid model happening wherein already they are working on ERP and they're only moving with employee central to cloud, in that
Hmm.
scenario, it might take a little time, less time, but generally 9 months, 6 to 9 months is minimum, bare minimum it will take. 1 week, I am referring to only uploading the data. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
That too, if the company is structured, so it will all depends upon your stakeholders, right? So in case that
Okay.
company is a company which is just started with an online structuring, right? So then in
Hmm.
that scenario, you will have to prepare with them. There will be a lot of coordinations involved in it, right? You will
Right.
explain them the process. So generally it will take them longer time. So it will take around 9 to 10 months at least, 6 to 9 months at least, to do all these steps, right?
Correct. Yeah.
So these steps are generally given by SAP side, right? Now, depends upon the requirement, you can either configure it as per the usage of that organization, right? Or
Hmm.
if that data is actually required, so because in this data, there will be data restructuring also be doing, right? So the company will decide that whether this X amount of data is required in the new system or not, right?
Correct. Correct. The
So there
format
will
could be
be,
new.
sorry.
I mean, sometimes they also do some reformatting of data also.
Yes, yes, yes. So
Mm.
they will do data cleansing,
Right.
or they might do data refreshing. Okay, so it can be anything, right?
Yeah.
So it all depends upon the scenario, but these are the implementation steps. So if you look at the book also, Success Factors has recommended 16 implementation sequence that should be used when implementing Employee Central. The 16 steps represent the key tasks and areas of configuration that should be completed to have a fully functioning Employee Central solutions. So the steps should be implemented in order and each step should be completed before moving on to the next because there are numerous dependencies involved. So success factors is giving these steps. They are saying that to follow it one by one in sequence. Okay. Now it will
Mm-hmm.
again be a judgment taken by the project manager and the SAP consultant how they will work on it, right?
Correct.
So I will share you these details, okay, today,
Yeah.
and you look at it, and we'll start with data models from tomorrow,
Okay.
right? I will share you the steps and the details. So you shared me your email address,
I know. I'm just sending it. One second.
and in case if you want to connect, you can connect. I have shared you my WhatsApp details also.
Okay.
Yes, yes, I have got it. I will share you the steps, okay, and details
Mm-hmm.
which we discussed.
Could I get access to the provisioning instance, a sample provisioning instance, just to navigate? I would not do anything, but could I just navigate through and see what all menus
Yeah,
or
yeah, I
options?
understand. I understand that, but then we don't get that servers only for provisioning because generally what happens is for getting the success factor server is also only a tough thing to get
Okay.
because the vendors are very reluctant to give success factor server
Okay.
because since it is happening in cloud now what happens is everything is recorded, right?
Uh-huh.
So we need to connect with companies in Singapore, then companies in your location only to get the servers.
I, even for trainings,
Yeah, yeah.
they're like renting or leasing the instance for.
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay.
For trainings, yeah. Because the companies in India they don't provide the success factors instances. And now, if you request a demo to SAP, then
Mm.
we'll have to give all the credentials of ours, right? Then only we can get it.
Right, right. SAP doesn't provide any such instance for training
Yeah,
instance.
yeah. SAP provide, but you will have to request a demo to SAP, right? Now, for requesting a demo, there is a long form involved in it, wherein you need to provide your consulting details, okay, which company you are working. So they have a certain set of checkpoints involved in it,
Oh,
right?
okay.
Now, what happens with other servers is like suppose you are looking for an SAP S4 HANA server, okay. Now, in this access, what happens is SAP provide a because this is an on-premise application, right?
Mm-hmm.
So in this provide SAP provides a configured a GUI already, okay, which you can download online free of cost, right? So
Okay.
this server you can take access from anywhere. Now, once this situation is in cloud for success factors, there is no servers involved in it, right? So everything is managed by SAP.
Mm-hmm.
So the companies who have taken SuccessFactors license, or if that person is an SAP certified consultant, if that company is an SAP certified consultant, then what happens is you get the access to SuccessFactors instance and provisioning. Because you cannot get it directly. You will this company who has got the license, they will also request it to SAP, right? So it can be
Mm-hmm.
like before getting the SuccessFactors license, they will request a demo, right? Or they will request a access to look at the system. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So for this, SAP will not allow the request from our end, because our request will come from the Gmail IDs, or they will check lot of, there is a lot of checkpoints involved in it, right? They will check how many
Yes.
employees are working in this company. So they will do a background screening, then only they will provide this access, demo access. Okay.
Okay.
That is why it is
No, I
a
was
little,
thinking,
sorry.
yeah, but I think these accesses would be very short term. I was thinking maybe SAP does provide like a demo instance for all the people who are interested to learn, or paying for it for some time like that.
You can,
Because this,
yes, yes, you are saying something, sorry.
yeah, because these the one you just told me,
Hmm.
that would be for a very short time, right? Even though
Hmm.
they give it to somebody, to a company or something.
Yes, yes, I'll just give you details. If you go to successfactors.com, right, under this you can request for a demo, right? I'll just show you the details. You get this option, this is successfactors.com. You just need to type in Google. Okay.
Right.
After that you will get this option. Here you get an option to request a demo. Okay.
Correct. Yeah.
Do it, you will understand the process more easily.
Yeah. Got it.
Right.
Yeah.
I'll share it. Just type in Google. Type in here successfactors.com. So you will be taken over to this sap.com products human resource HCM HTML. Okay.
Okay.
You will get all the details. Okay.
Sure. Okay. Anuj, I'm deviating a little bit from our topic, but could you take me through a little bit more about overall SAP products? So when I'm doing some job search, I see so many terminology which I'm not so aware of. Like I see they are posting about SAP ABAP, SAP HANA, SAP something like CPI, and what else?
Hmm.
uh, Performance management. I have no idea about the overall product range SAP has, or if you have any documents or a video, short video, I don't mind. I can go through myself.
No, no, it's okay. Just go to sap.com, right?
Okay,
Under this, you will get the product range.
right. Okay.
Here, you will get the products which are available in the market.
What, for example, what is this S4 HANA Cloud? What is it?
S4 HANA is just another, it's just like the earlier version of SAP, which was like used as an ECC, This is the SAP logon, right? This is an on-premise application,
Okay.
which used to come with a graphic user interface, which I told you, right?
Mm-hmm.
This one, GUI, right? HANA Access Server.
Yeah.
So in this, suppose in case you will need to log in, you can directly log in here, and this access looks a bit different.
It's so outdated.
Yes.
But does it have all the solutions? Oh, okay.
Yeah, yeah, it is
So,
having all the solution: logistics, finance, agriculture, human resource, all the details are
so people,
available.
people still using it.
Yeah, yeah. Companies who have already, which are already using, they are still using it. So under this, if you look at the SPRO option, that is SAP Reference Project Object, you get all the configurations below it for all modules. So it's supposedly real estate, logistics, right?
Okay, okay, okay.
Now here, what happens is this is the ECC application. Remember that, okay? A SAP ECC. That is the older version.
ECC, ECC stands for?
That is the ERP version of SAP.
Then what is SAP HCM? Is it same as HANA?
No, no. HCM is what happens is earlier applications were moving for worked on SAP on premise, right?
Hmm.
What happens in this applications is it will be dealt, these on premise applications will be ERP applications, right? Now in this, now in this application, you will see nowadays the cloud is involved in the market, right? So in this
Hmm.
cloud, it can be either a hybrid model, right, or it can be a full cloud.
Hmm.
These SAP ERP applications deals with all applications, so it can be like finance or HR, or it can be
Hmm.
logistics. So HR will have details for HCM, that is Human Capital Management, which earlier used to known as SAP HCM, right?
Hmm.
It is still being used. Now for finance, it will be SAP FICO, or
Yeah, I see. Pico, right. That was one. Okay.
it will be for SAP FI.
Right, right.
For logistics, it can be for SAP MM.
But there's something. Okay, okay. You finish first. Yeah.
No, no, it's okay. You can tell, or SAP EWM, or it can be SD, and there are,
SD.
yes, there's also
That's the
LE,
one.
logistic execution.
Okay. Okay. So where does HANA fits in here? What is HANA? When they talk about SAP HANA experience, what does
HANA is
exactly
like
they?
cloud. HANA is coming to cloud now. It is known as, it was initially a different company. Okay, this is known as high performance analytical appliance.
Understand.
Okay,
Sorry, just give me 1 second.
sure, sure.
Sorry. Yeah, no, sorry, I'm back.
No problem.
It was my
So
daughter.
no, it's
Yeah.
okay. See, HANA is now used for high performance analytical appliance. Okay, this
Okay.
is being used. This is generally being used for the cloud hybrid or full cloud applications. Okay, which is the latest version of SAP, right? Which is having more inbuilt capacity. Okay, so customizing is a bit easier. There are a lot of options. So HANA was again not a non-SAP company, so which was acquired by SAP, right? I am
Okay.
forgetting the exact date when they have done it.
Okay.
So under this, you will get details about on online S4 HANA, right?
Okay.
S4 HANA, or you might get SAP ABAP. Okay,
Right. Yeah. Yeah. I see all these terminology. Don't understand what they are.
no, it's okay. S4 HANA is like what the latest version of SAP. Okay, or you can say it
So
is
it
the upgraded version.
okay, and it includes everything, all the solutions again, whatever we
Yes, yes,
SAP
yes.
has.
So there's not much difference in this SAP ERP
Mm-hmm.
and S4 HANA. It's just like it is having a lot of
Okay.
inbuilt capacities involved in it, wherein customer can customer can get access to all the best practices. Okay.
Mhm.
Suppose if there is implementation happening, SAP already give pre-configured best practices in it, wherein
Mhm.
company can look at the solutions and they can build it. Okay. So they have given
Okay.
up the platform. Okay. Best
Right.
practices,
Okay.
like suppose in case I'm just showing you. Suppose if you're looking for S4 HANA, in this suppose if you need to look at logistics, right? Now you will see
Okay.
this supply chain management is separate here. Logistics, sales, distribution, all are different here. So in case if you need to look at warehouse management, okay.
Mm-hmm.
So you are looking to monitoring it. So you need to look at the goods receipt, okay. So for this, you will see there is already best practices involved in it. You see this, there is central warehouse, there is a warehouse cross industries, like there is a any warehouse you can use, right? Depends upon the
Mm-hmm.
department. So you can click on continue. So they have already given pre-built configurations to use.
Mm-hmm.
That is the why it is in more demand these days. But this is not for the HR. If you look at success factors, is in more popularly used.
Okay. Could you just show me how it looks like for HR here under
Yeah,
S4HANA?
yeah, yeah, yeah. Sure, sure.
I wouldn't understand the logic,
No,
logistics
it's
alone.
okay. You come to this option on Admin Center Human Resources.
Okay.
Below this, you get this option: personal management, time management, payroll, training and event management, training needs management, information, administration, recruitment, talent management, compensation.
Okay. Interesting. Okay.
Sometimes it looks like it is more straightforward, right?
Mm-hmm.
But then configuration is easy in Employee Central Success Factors.
Right.
Here are there are a lot of transactions involved in it. Suppose in case if you start with uh, employee this human resource, so you will start preparing the company details, right? So you will first come to enterprise structure. Then you will come to definition. Then you will come to financial accounting. Then you will come to
Keep
company.
on expanding, navigating.
Yes, yes, yes.
Mm,
So here you will start preparing your company. Okay. So
mm.
it is a bit straightforward. People think like that, but that is more easy. Success factors is much easier. It just we need to understand it, and it will be easy then.
So it is like a version of SAP cloud solution. So SAP acquired it and they started selling it to companies. They people are using it, but then they later still upgraded to Employee Central, something like that. The journey.
For HANA.
Yeah, I mean not it is not the HANA. What I'm trying to understand is so in the SAP for SAP company, so they acquired HANA solution maybe
Mm-hmm.
from someone and they
Mm-hmm.
started selling the product. So some company are using it. But then SAP also launched Employee Central that you are saying is a better solution of SAP.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That's what you're saying.
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay.
See, what I'll tell you, I will share you the details for the SAP today. Okay. So just look
Mm-hmm.
at success factor. Sorry, you will get ideas for it. Just a
Mm-hmm.
second. Just read through it. Don't look at the implementation step now,
Yeah.
because once you understand the product, it will makes it a little easier, right? So I will share you the
Yes.
details for the SAP. Let me write it down, and the discussions which we did today. And for the checking the SAP products, you can look at the sap.com. There are so many products they available there,
Right. I checked it.
right?
Yeah.
I'll just look at just a second. And anyway, you will get the book, okay? So you will understand it more. Okay. Hello?
In Oracle, yeah, Anuj. So I was just
Yes.
telling, like, in Oracle, how they are releasing the product. So they had a Oracle on-premise solution like SAP,
Mm-hmm.
and then they had releases. So like, okay, release 11, release 12, in 12 also 12.1.1, 1.3, then major upgrades like release 12. So they have like minor upgrades and also major upgrades. So if I am a company, I'm for example using 11i, so I have a choice to upgrade to release 12, which of course has some better stable
Yeah,
and
yeah. So this is also like that only. SAP
yeah.
ERP was first released on ERP was released on version 4.0. Okay. And it
Okay,
migrated. Now the current version is 8.
okay, the on-premise version.
Yes, yes, yes. And HANA is
Okay,
nothing. It's just the upgraded version of SAP ERP, latest version.
okay, okay.
But out of this HANA part, why they are saying SAP? They should have told it SAP version 10.0, right? They haven't told it.
Mm-hmm.
Earlier they used to say it SAP ECC. Earlier it was
Okay.
SAP ECC. Then there is to be the versions. Okay. Now they are saying
Mm-hmm.
it as HANA. That is high performance analytical appliance. Why they are saying it? Because HANA was not an SAP solution. It was taken over by SAP. Okay.
Right.
But it is
Okay.
nothing,
Okay.
just the latest version. Okay.
Okay.
Now ABAP is what? See, these all applications are being dealt on Java platform, right?
Mm-hmm.
The backend application is nothing but Java. Now
Okay.
SAP ABAP team is the technical coders who will be working for this development.
Okay.
ABAPers will be the tech team, so it will be technical who will
All
doing
right.
the
Start.
codings. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So
So
SAP
I
has
should just
given the
understand.
platform. Okay. So SAP
Mm-hmm.
has given a pre-built platform to build. So whatever we are doing what? We are doing configurations, right?
Yeah.
That means it is an ERP platform.
Hmm.
That is about. All right.
Okay.
I will share
And
you the
when they
details.
sure. And when they release the cloud version, which is like the success factor thing,
Hmm.
what is the release is like for here for this one you said it was from 4.0 to until 8.0. So how frequently they are providing updates, like quarterly or something like that,
Quarterly,
every quarter?
quarterly. It is quarterly, but due to COVID, after 2021, 2020, there is not much releases happening now. Okay. SuccessFactors releases, last release was Q4. It is straightforward. Q4 2019. Uh,
Okay.
Now it was released again on the last release was Q1 2020. Okay. After that, it is still not upgraded because of COVID.
Okay.
So the latest release is this. Now, if you look at the version is V1 was the 2019, right? And this one is version V2. So it is straightforward.
Success factor just first release is 2019.
No, no, no. This was the last release.
Okay.
This is the latest release.
Okay.
It was released in 2012 only.
Right. I remember now. Sorry.
Majorly being looked upon in companies from 2015. Right. Earlier,
Okay.
it was not that popular in India and parts of Asia, but
Mhm.
prior to that in Europe and US, it was being dealt from 2012. So it was
Okay.
started by Lars Dalgaard in 2012.
Mm-hmm.
I will share you the details. Okay, I have the details.
Okay.
It was my mistake. I didn't share you the history, and I should have spoken about it.
No worries. It's okay.
I will share to you. Right.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. Thank you so much. Have a nice day.
So how are we going to schedule? Is it like going to be an hour, 1.5 Anuj? What do you think? Is it like
I will
hour we will
try.
be?
See, generally we'll do it an hour, but
Hmm.
if there is a big topic, then we'll stretch it.
Okay, so it's flexible, right, from your end,
Yeah.
but
Yes.
maximum
Yes.
I would just plan it
For an hour.
between 1.5. Okay, good.
Yes. Yes. For
Okay.
1 to 1.5, right? Max.
Okay. Okay. Fine. Thanks so much, Anu.
No problem. Thank you so much. Take care. Bye.
Yeah. Bye.